and his mother, Levon. But just last weekend, she was shocked when her daughter came home showing signs of physical abuse. Take a look.
All right, y'all. Holy Spirit just told me to come on here and give you guys this, let you know what's going on. Okay. It was just random while I was sitting in here cooking, finishing cooking, and Holy Spirit said, go to Proverbs 18. Okay. And I was like, okay, so I got my book and I went to Proverbs 18. So, quick overview. Basically, all of the things, the bad things people were saying about you, they were not true. Okay. All of the ill intent that they had for you, right? Every foul word that they spoke out of their mouth, okay? They're now eating their words, okay? And no matter how they came against you, right? No matter what plans they had to try to destroy you, beloved, no matter how much they stole from you, beloved, your gift and your gifts, 1, 2, 3 on my timer, made room for you. Okay? It is your gift, right? And your experience and your knowledge, your wisdom that is getting you through the doors that God is opening for you, right? You're going to be in positions that the world would say that you're not qualified for, right? But who God calls, he qualifies. Okay? So, follow me. Proverbs 18. It's not that long. Through desire, a man having separated himself seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom. Okay? Tells you right there why God has us in 2 why God has us, puts us in seasons of solitude. Okay? And solitude is wisdom. All right? Read that. Start over again. Through desire, a man having separated himself seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom. A fool hath no delight in understanding. Right? Remember that verse I said earlier? My people perish for a lack of understanding. A fool hath no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself. When the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy, I always get that word, reproach. The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters, and the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook. It is not good to accept the person of the wicked and overthrow the righteous in judgment. Basically, it's not good to accept the wicked things that people do around you, right? Say you're around an old group of friends or whatever, right? And they partake in things that you would never partake in, right? But you don't say anything, right? And you stay around these people. You're basically guilty of what they're guilty of, right? And you're overthrowing the righteous by sitting here basically indulging with the wicked, right? You are who you hang around, right? You are who you're with, okay? The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters, and the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook. It is not good to accept the person of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. The words of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down in the innermost parts of the belly. The lies they told. 444 on my timer. Thank you, Holy Spirit. The lies that they told. Did you hear that? A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. The words of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly. He also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. The rich man's wealth is his strong city, and as a high wall in his own conceit. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him. People turning against you for hearing gossip about you, not even asking you about it, just believing what they hear. Okay? Read that part again. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him. The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear? The heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. Remember I was talking about earlier about your hunger, right? You're going to have an insatiable hunger to seek more knowledge. Boy, look at God. It's coming through here. A man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. He that is first in his own cause seemeth just, but his neighbor cometh and searcheth him. The lot causeth contentions to cease, and parteth between the mighty. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city, and their contentions are like the bars of a castle. Ooh. Holy Spirit is telling me people have gotten offended over the way that you've tried to help them or even correct them, right? They've gotten offended. And in them getting offended, secretly in their hearts, they don't tell you this, secretly in their hearts, them being offended when they shouldn't, okay, they'll hold on to that. Bitterness, right? It's misplaced anger. Bitterness, right? It's misplaced, right? If you can't be corrected, if you can't be instructed, you will never learn anything. You will never go anywhere. You have to be teachable, moldable. There we are, making some red beans and rice. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city, and their contentions are like the bars of a castle. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Sorry, I love it, boy. That give me goosebumps. Didn't I just say that in the overview? They're eating their words. They're eating their words. Okay? That goes for everybody. That goes for anybody. Okay? On both sides. Right? That's why we got to be careful what we say. Okay? We're not perfect. Of course not. Right? But let's get better at it. Right? Okay. So let me read that part. Let me read that part again. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth. You know, I noticed this too a while ago, that when you're reading the verses, say 21 and 22, right? 21 is the overview. 22 is explaining the one before it. Right? Listen to it. Listen to it. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. Right? Now this is the breakdown. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. You see how it explains, kind of opens up the verse before? That's dope, right? It does that all through the word. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor of the Lord. The poor useth entreaties, but the rich answereth roughly. A man that hath friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. There's somebody that's about to come into your life, beloved. A friend. More than likely a friend. But it doesn't have to be. It could be, more than friend. But there's somebody that's going to come in your life that's going to be closer to you than a brother or a sister. Okay? Because some of you are like, man, like, when am I going to find, run into somebody loyal? Just even friendship, anything. Just loyalty. Somebody just honest, You're about to. All right? You're about to. Don't trip. All right. Love y'all. I'll let y'all later. Peace.